There's a lot of people that I meet. I don't know what it is, whether it's me, whether it's my job, the company, the Sacred G technology, but I always end up meeting really incredible people that have incredible abilities, incredible senses, and a lot of them are very new. They're just opening up to it. And their body, their life, everything's kind of unstable. They call them like indigo kids, rainbow kids. You know, I call them light warriors. They're here to transform the planet. And what's really amazing was all the visions, they showed me them all coming in. Literally like person after person, hands on each other's shoulders, you know, walking through these big golden archways. You know, I was watching it from the top of this hill at this park, and this huge vision just opened up, and I was watching them all walk in. I was like, wow, it almost seems like some kind of like massive invasion or like war, army, you know, full of light of all these beings coming into the earth. And you know, at that time I was only about 15 years old. No, what's that, 15? Yeah, I was about 15 years old, so I really didn't know what it was all about yet, because I hadn't really been educated or informed or anything. I didn't know anything about indigo kids or rainbow kids then, you know. So I was freaking out. I didn't know what it was, but it was pretty cool. So then all of a sudden, eventually I started learning about indigo kids and rainbow kids, and how there's these new children that are coming to the earth, and they all have all these codes within them. Now, usually these kids, they don't feel comfortable here because the reality that they exist inside, it's not the same on the outside. Why? Because we bring the codes on the inside. We're supposed to build those codes that we have on the inside. We're supposed to build them out here. And so when I started meeting people who were indigo and rainbow kids, and literally specialists who have come to the planet who do not function well in this society, but have these amazing gifts and superb talents, they are literally here to completely transform this planet. Now, it can be very difficult to be one of these children, being me, of course, being one myself. And that's one of the great things about Sacred G and Sacred G Fusion, and just some of the information is it helps them understand what's happening, what's going on, what's happening inside your brain. Why do you have these senses and abilities and nobody else has them? Why doesn't anybody talk about them? You know? Why do you have to shut them down? You don't have to shut them down. You just have to start communicating with people who have them turned on. And so that's some of the community and some of like the webinars. You know, let's get people involved. We got Sacred G on MTV. Do you know how big that is? There are literally millions of people all around United States and Canada and anywhere else MTV is showing that knows all about Sacred G. We blew open sacred geometry to masses. In other words, we've got kids all over the world that are starting to learn about energy now, simply as a result of one 30-minute television show on MTV. We're going to hit Sacred G up in a lot more places, so if you know some really amazing athletic performers, anything like that, send them to Sacred G. Let's get them on board. There is a massive spiritual revolution taking place on the planet right now, and one of the things that I was trained on was that they gave me Sacred G so we could unlock anybody. It wasn't just this random shotgun approach. This person's going to open, that person's going to open. Now, with Sacred G, we can literally unlock anybody we want. Do you have parents? Do you have kids that are so in this world that they're not spiritually opening up and you feel isolated? Get them Sacred G. It starts unlocking them. It opens them up. This is what it's for. We literally have a tool. We have the ability now to unlock anybody, and all we got to do, slip a few Sacred G Fusion underneath the mattress. Hell, you don't even have to tell them. In fact, we get that quite often. More often than not, it's actually the women putting under their husbands' beds. I don't know why that would be, but sneaky. But Sacred G is a technology where we can actually now choose people that we want to open up around us. And that's something that's never, ever been offered on this planet before. We were just trying to keep up with our own life, but now we can actually have the support systems we want. We can show people what we've been experiencing this whole time, and we wanted them to be a part of it. I remember there was a time I didn't want my family being left behind. I didn't want my good friends being left behind because they weren't activated like I was. And I met other people who felt the same way, and I was like, man, this is no good. You know, everybody's got to go. We're all in this together. And that's what Sacred G was. That's what they gave it to me for. That was one of the messages, was this is how you duplicate this ascension wave in every single person on the planet. And that is absolutely amazing that we can actually pick and choose now who we want to open up. Because now we don't have an excuse of saying, well, you know, it's hard being with my partner because he or she isn't spiritually active and I am. Well, big deal. Get yourself a Sacred G Fusion bed set. They're going to sleep on the bed. They're going to start opening up. They're going to start having some dreams. You might have to give them 6 months. You might have to give them a year, depending on how solid and locked in they are. But Sacred G Fusion, it doesn't stop. Every single night, it's whittling away. And all of a sudden, a new sense is going to open up. And all of a sudden, I'll be like, oh yeah, I kind of used to do that when I was younger. And all of a sudden, they start opening up and they have memories opening where they had extra senses, where they had abilities that people didn't understand. And they shut them down, just like most of us did. It's amazing. There's no excuse on the planet now why other people around you can't open up. You have the power to offer them that and to give them that gift. And not only that, you can give it to them for free just from sending them to CoreyHerder.com and get them some free Sacred G, or even printing them off a bunch of it, or picking up a Sacred G Fusion and giving them a few posters, and giving them a couple more. You know, gradually build them up and be like, hey, you got to get a case now. You know, let's keep adding, let's keep building up, let's get more energy going. Because this stuff, I mean, I'm telling you, when you start getting into bed sets and then layers of bed sets, I mean, this is energy. It's pure energy, and it's what we're looking for. That's why we drink coffee. It's why we eat sugar. You know, it's why we go running every day, because we're looking to keep the energy flowing inside of our body. It's why people take pharmaceutical drugs. It's why they do illegal drugs. It's why they smoke cigarettes. People are looking for balance. They're looking for energy. They're looking for an escape. They're looking for a deeper, richer experience of reality. That's what people are looking for. A deeper, richer experience of reality. That's what we're all looking for. We want more senses. We want more vibrancy. We want to be alive. We want to feel alive. Sacred G is stable. It's perfect. It's a perfectly stable energy source. You just keep adding more, and it's going to get you higher and higher and higher, and it's going to do it permanently. It's integrated into your body. It's who you are. You stop sleeping on Sacred G, you'll kind of drop a little bit because you don't have that momentous growth pushing you upward. You'll drop a little bit, but your energy will still stay up. All the things you have opened up, all the memories that you have been processed and clear out the emotion, that stuff's gone. It's done when it's done. It's amazing. We have something really valuable here and something really amazing, and I'm really so blessed that I get to share this with you guys, and I hope you guys will take on that same blessing and share it with everybody that you know, because Sacred G is something phenomenal, and it's going to create a massive shockwave across this entire planet. So we're going to get going on some of the more advanced energy which Sacred G can do. In the members section, which is really amazing. We're gonna start doing some of the energy healing courses and training in energy. And for people who want to take Sacred G to the whole next level, people who are getting into bed sets and cases, we're gonna start having something extra special for you, or for those people who are wanting it. So, indigos, rainbow children, all the light workers, all these light warriors around the planet, it's time to activate yourself. You've all been sitting there going, it's just not time yet. It's coming. It's just not time yet. It's coming. It's just not time yet. Sacred G Fusion makes it time. The time is right now. Everything can be happening right now. You just need your body activated. That's what Sacred G Fusion is for. It's to activate us, to sync us together, unite us, unify us, whether we're right beside each other or whether we're across the planet from each other. It's going to intertwine us all into one massive tapestry of full, pure enlightenment so that we can start accessing each other's information, access each other's ideas. There's so much in Sacred G. This is just the start. You guys are going to absolutely love this. This is so amazing. Till next time, www.CoreyHerder.com. Yo!